Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming to our pre-match press conference ahead of tomorrow's European qualifier against Switzerland in Sion. With our head coach Julio Ribas and to my immediate left our goalkeeper Dayle. So we're going to open the floor up to questions as soon as we start, and there'll be translations done by my colleague to Julio's immediate left. So, gentlemen, please, Adam, would you like to start?
Also wir werden die Pressekonferenz auf Englisch abhalten, er wird auf Spanisch antworten, ich werde auf Englisch übersetzen. Verstehen Sie alle Englisch? Ja. Oder auch lieber Deutsch? Kein Französisch. Kein Deutschsprecher? Dann nur Englisch? Vom Spanischen ins Englische? Ja? Ist das okay für Sie? Ja? Okay, wunderbar. Let's start.
I'll start with Dayle. How did it feel making your debut, your senior debut at home?
I felt it was a really special moment for me personally, something that I've been waiting for a long time. I'm thankful to my manager Julio for giving me the opportunity, and I think it was a bit of a disappointing result, obviously, but we worked hard all the way through, and on a personal note, I think I did the best I could. Very tough match to feature, but I feel like I performed well.
Wir brauchen also keine Übersetzung ins Deutsche, alles verstanden. Okay. Then the translation into German.
Obviously the performance didn't really match the result. How do you feel the team did?
I felt we had a very good, strong 60 minutes, but after 60-minute mark, I think we lost concentration. That seems to be a bit of a downfall for us, losing concentration. I think there's spells in the match where we're strongest at, but we have to keep that maintained concentration, discipline in our shape, and we'll get a bit more positive results along the way.
Julio, 2 penalties, both conceded, almost got a bit hard done by. Will you be hoping for better luck on Sunday?
¿Sabes lo que pasa? Que en eso no se trata de suerte, depende del partido. Bueno, pasó el otro día, hubo decisiones que no eran las correctas en cuanto a lo que fue el partido, en cuanto a lo que fue el arbitraje. Sí, lógicamente lo que ansía uno siempre cuando se juega un partido es que todo sea correcto. Es más, ni en el caso de Dinamarca ni en el caso de Suiza, que son grandes equipos, necesitan de decisiones correctas para poder ganar un partido, son muy buenos equipos.
Okay, so yeah, the question I'll translate it into. Do you need a translation of the question? Yeah? No, you don't need a translation of the question. Yeah. You conceded two penalties. Yeah, that's what he said. And are you hoping that maybe you have more luck in the match tomorrow? The answer to this was, well, it's not always the question about luck, having luck, being lucky or bad luck. In this case, the decision, I think, was not really correct of the penalties, and we showed a good match, I have to say, but when playing, okay, we expect that everything goes the correct way and should be decided the correct way, but yeah, also teams like Denmark and also Switzerland, I mean, luck is always involved in football, and that's, yeah, what can happen in football.
2 games in 3 days obviously does take a lot out of most national teams, so can we expect changes tomorrow?
Siempre está la posibilidad de hacer cambios, exactamente, porque nosotros tenemos que, ante la intensidad de los partidos, ver cómo es la recuperación de los jugadores. En este primer entrenamiento que hicimos, han podido trabajar todos, y realmente el poder calibrar si vamos a introducir variantes o no, va a ser el entrenamiento de hoy de tarde y mañana de la mañana, ¿no? Que cuando se cumplen ya 48 horas y tenés un panorama más claro de quiénes se han recuperado mejor o de aquellos jugadores que han tenido un percance si se han recuperado o no.
Okay, so the answer to this question is, of course, it's always possible to do changes within the squad, to rotate the players. It depends on how intense the matches have been before we played and how well the players recover actually from the match. And but I have to say that all players train very well, and we will see if we'll put in a new variation, fill in new players. We will wait for the training, the last minutes before the match as well, to see, and yeah, you have 48 hours to then really check how the players is, how fit the players are, and who recovered better than the other, and who we will then put onto the pitch.
Dayle, obviously you're working with two other great goalkeepers and good goalkeeping coaches as well, plus there's good goalkeepers coming under 21s. Would you say that Gibraltar is blessed to have such a strong set of goalkeepers?
I feel Gibraltar's always been blessed with very naturally talented goalkeepers, especially this time round. We've got the young keepers coming up, as you know. But the three keepers we have at the moment within the squad is we're all very good at what we do. I think we all possess different types of styles and technique. We're always learning different things off each other, and there's a healthy relationship within the three of us. There's no bad competition or anything like that, you want to call it. We're all supportive of each other. For example, I played the other day, both keepers, Julio and Matt, were very supportive in everything I did. And we have obviously the help from our keeper coach, which is great at what he does and helps us improve every day.
Hello, I have two questions. The first one, you said that the loss against Denmark was disappointing, obviously. You've had good results over the last year, 2 wins, narrow defeats against bigger teams. When you play against teams such as Denmark or Switzerland, what is your objective? Do you wish to win the game, or do you wish a narrow loss? How do you play these kinds of matches? I guess that would be a question for both of you.
Obviously, we're always going to go into every single game, no matter who it is, to win the game. We're not going to settle for anything less. We know who we're playing. It's Denmark. They're ranked, I think, 13th in the FIFA rankings. They're a great team, very good team. The result was disappointing at the end because we feel we could have done a lot better. But yeah, we don't settle for anything less than a win.
Nosotros tenemos un proceso de trabajo en el cual desde el primer momento aplicamos una metodología y una forma de trabajar. No nos vamos a apartar de ella hasta cumplir esa etapa, que va a ser la de este año y preparatoria para el próximo año, la eliminatoria del Mundial. Quiere decir que en eso no hay la metodología y la forma de trabajar. Estamos tratando de lograr los mejores automatismos y que el equipo se complemente bien. En cuanto al objetivo, el grupo nuestro no tiene vergüenza en decir que quiere ganar. Cuando entra en una cancha quiere ganar. Sabe la diferencia que hay entre grandes selecciones que están entre las mejores del mundo y nosotros, y bueno, nuestro pensamiento y nuestro sentimiento es: vamos a buscar lo máximo en un partido de fútbol, y si no lo logramos, lo levantaremos de vuelta, iremos de vuelta por ese sueño, e iremos de vuelta tantas veces sea necesario hasta llegar a lograrlo. Fue así en el primer momento cuando tomamos la selección de Gibraltar, que venía de 4 años en lo que no había ganado ni empatado un partido oficial, y lo pudimos hacer. Ese fue un objetivo y fundamento. Y ahora tenemos otros sueños, otros objetivos y otras metas, pero siempre basado en lo mismo. Yo no creo conocer ni un entrenador, ni un jugador en el mundo, ni un hincha que no sueñe con ganar cada partido de juego.
Should I first translate real quick? Yeah. Okay. So the answer was, yeah, we have a plan. We have a process, a work process that we follow. From the first moment on, we try to apply our work form that we implement. We go from stage to stage. We set ourselves goals, And that's what we work for, that's what we prepare for. And we want to make sure that our automatisms work fine, that the team works well together. This is our first objective, and it's not a problem if our team says that we want to win actually a match. Yeah? This is what we know, being aware that we know that there are differences, of course, between the different countries playing against each other, different levels. But we think that we want to take the maximum out of the matches that we play, and if we fall down, we stand up again, we'll try, we go for our objectives that we have, and standing up again and again. And this was the plan from the first moment on. When I took over 4 years ago, the team hasn't won a match, hasn't drawn a match. So now we achieved the first goal, the first objectives, with winning and drawing matches actually. So this is how we work and how we think, and I haven't seen any player or coach saying that they don't want to win a match. Every player, every coach, of course, wants to win a match.
Bueno, eso no significa que juegue de la misma manera contra Suiza o, por ejemplo, Liechtenstein, ¿no? Es un equipo más defensivo cuando se juega contra Suiza o Dinamarca.
Nosotros tenemos un concepto de cómo tenemos que jugar en este primer momento de nuestro proceso, y eso no cambia. Sí tenemos en cuenta, lógicamente, la diferencia individual que puede haber entre cada equipo y los jugadores que tienen, pero no nuestra forma de jugar. Porque si no, no conseguiríamos los automatismos y el crecimiento que queremos conseguir. Entonces, nosotros lo que queremos es primero lograr esa identidad que vinimos a buscar para Gibraltar. El primer paso es ese. Y después, lógicamente, los partidos no es que no es lo mismo jugar contra Suiza y Dinamarca u otra selección. Es que no es lo mismo jugar contra Dinamarca o Suiza. Porque si bien son dos selecciones de alto nivel, tienen sus características diferentes porque tienen jugadores diferentes. Y porque de repente los une el tener un gran nivel, pero no la forma de jugar. Entonces, nosotros no podemos estar cambiando a cada momento si queremos encontrar una identidad. Esa identidad va de la mano en esta primera parte del proceso con respetar lo que nosotros tenemos que hacer, adaptándonos en lo que se refiere a la parte táctica de lo que empezamos.
Okay, so the question was, so actually do you act the same way, or do you play with the same mentality, with the same objective, for example against Switzerland or against a lower ranked team like Liechtenstein? Do you play against strong opponents maybe more defensively? That was the question, the answer. Well, we try to follow our concept that we have, how to play according to our... Of course there might be differences in individuality of the players. Yeah, the higher level teams, of course, they have, or they are individually, they are better set up than other teams, for example. But this doesn't change our way of thinking. We want to grow, we want to develop further. That's our plan, and what we want is to find our identity, the identity how Gibraltar should play, and we want to play actually. The matches are then different. You play maybe against high-ranked teams like Switzerland, Denmark, for example. They might be high level, but you don't play against them the same way because you then adapt to the different opponents that you play against. And the quality is not the quality of the individual players, but it's the quality as a team that you have. And this is what we want to reach, that we want to play like, to be like. And yeah, we don't change our way, our objectives that we have. We want to keep and actually find our identity and follow our identity that we have, and respect that, what we want to achieve.
And so my second question was a little bit more naive, if I may say. In the team, between yourself, you speak English, Spanish, how does it work? You work with the coach, and you work with the translator, everyone speaks Spanish and you just go along with Spanish.
Within the team, it's multicultural, so we speak both English and Spanish. For example, if Julio is talking to us, everyone understands Spanish, so we can understand what he's saying. If he wants to speak to him, we speak in Spanish, no problem. Within the dressing room, if we're speaking with each other, it depends on the subject. You know, if we're speaking that's what makes our identity and our culture.
But my English is good.
Your English is very good. Good. He's surprisingly good at it.
Señor, quería saber, usted habla de la identidad que quiere lograr, ¿qué tipo de identidad se trata? ¿De qué tipo se trata? Y en ese largo camino, ¿dónde se encuentra ahora la selección? Y si usted está contento, ¿de dónde se encuentra?
Primeramente estoy muy contento. La decisión de venir a Gibraltar no fue una decisión tomada a la ligera, porque sabía que venía a una selección que durante 4 años había jugado internacionalmente y no había logrado un triunfo oficial. Sabía del poco tiempo, 4 años en UEFA, 2 años en FIFA, la poca experiencia internacional, y gracias a Dios decidí muy bien, porque me encontré con un grupo de dirigentes muy buenos y con un grupo de jugadores muy buenos. La búsqueda de la identidad pasa a través de un estudio hecho durante esos 4 años de cuáles son las verdaderas características del jugador de Gibraltar. Más allá de que tú tengas técnicos que proponen tal o cual estilo, tal o cual idea, hay una genética del jugador y hay una idiosincrasia del jugador que a través del estudio de todos los partidos podés deducir. Propuesto a corto, a mediano y a largo plazo. En el corto plazo, el objetivo cuando tomamos era ganar. Había que ganar. No podíamos estar los 4 años sin ganar un partido. Había que ganar. Y lo logramos. Y fue historia de visitante y de local. Y para nosotros fue maravilloso. Pasado eso, viene un periodo de tiempo en el que vas a seguir soñando de ganar, pero sabes que tenés que crecer mucho para poder hacerlo. Y para crecer mucho tenés que trabajar. Y llegado a lo largo plazo, lógicamente, es poder preparar de la mejor manera a nuestra selección para cuando llegue la clasificatoria al Mundial de Qatar. Eso, en este primer momento, son los objetivos bien divididos que tenemos y a los cuales apuntamos en cada partido. A nosotros no es solo jugar y querer ganar como quiere todo el mundo, que sea muy humilde sin mencionar a ganar, sino que es crecer en cada partido y a veces hasta crecer con un resultado adverso, porque se puede crecer con un resultado adverso. Podés tener un resultado muy malo y haber crecido como equipo y como jugador, siempre se crece. Y esa es la mentalidad, el concepto y lo que ansiamos y lo que deseamos lograr con nuestros jugadores y con nuestros dirigentes.
Okay. So the question was, we were talking about an identity before. Can you tell us what exactly this identity is about and which stage you think the team is in terms of the identity? Are you happy about the stage you're in? The answer to this, well, yes, I was happy when I took over the job, to take the decision to take over the national team of Gibraltar. Back then, 4 years ago, as I mentioned before, the team hasn't won a match, hasn't drew a match, and it's just 4 years in UEFA and 2 years a FIFA member, so we don't have a lot of experience. But I think the decision I took was the right decision. I have a great team around myself, I have great players in my team, and yeah, the identity, how does the identity, or from where does this identity come from? How does it form? It's just the studies that we have been doing over these last 4 years, analyzing the matches we have been playing and building out the characteristics and finding the right system for the players, for the team then to appear on the pitch. It's mostly depending on the players that you have available actually. How then do you play, which identity you might take over, and this is what we have been doing over the last 4 years. It's the best system.